I'm going to introduce our next session of the day, automated marketing, what, why, and how. As marketers, we all dream, or at least I do anyways, of managing multiple marketing channels, processes, and tasks all in one place automatically. But how do you actually implement this kind of technology into your marketing? How do you build it in? For organizations who want to reach more people but lack the time and resources to dedicate to the marketing, automating the process can really, really help you. Automation allows you to build customized journeys based on your users' data and behavior. These are called workflows. And these customized workflows allow you to treat your audiences as individuals with specific interests and tailor your content specifically to that. But how can charities start creating these workflows for themselves, and how can they start putting them into practice? Well, up next we have Irek who is the content project manager at GetResponse, and he's going to explain how automation can improve your charity marketing and free up those much needed resources that we all need. Irek, come onto the stage, please. Welcome. We'll just hang on a few minutes while Irek is trying. Irek, nice.
Hello. Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone.
I will leave it over to you now. Crack on.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. I'm so happy to be here. Actually, it's so good to be part of this Be More Digital Marketing Day. I'm joining you from the beautiful city of Gdynia in Poland. You can hear some birds chirping in the background, perhaps, but I hope that it's not going to be, really disturbing. We have beautiful springtime over here, so I couldn't resist. I just left the window open, so that I can feel both, this great energy of the event and great energy of springtime. So, sure, I'm super happy to talk with you about automation. Okay, Beth is writing that. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the weather is like in your place, but here we have this short window, it's like about 2 days of sunny weather, and it's going to be raining tomorrow. So I'm just, using it to the max, to the fullest. Cool. So the idea is that, I've prepared a brief presentation. So let me just share my screen with you. But, this presentation is just an intro, I hope. And I'm really looking forward to talking with you during the Q&A session. It's going to be awesome. So the thing is that I was thinking about it, and when it comes to automation, a lot of people think that automation is, first of all, it's expensive and it's complicated, which obviously makes it even more expensive, because you need people to just implement it, to run it, and it's going to be very difficult. So my main goal here is actually to show you automation as a kind of tool that actually empowers you to do stuff, and it doesn't need to be complicated, and it doesn't need to be expensive. So this is my main goal. So the kind of agenda that I've prepared today is I tried to keep it really simple. I'm a project manager at GetResponse, and the best part of my job is actually the moment when I actually can talk to people who actually use the product in their context, because automation is just a tool. It all actually, the whole magic happens on your side. So everything that we will discuss today is just a kind of a main idea. But I'm really curious about your point of view here. So for example, I will share my thoughts on why you should use automation, but obviously only you know why you should do that, or shouldn't. So I'm really interested in your point of view here. Same as with what you should do with automation. I have a few ideas, but I'm really curious, what is your take on that, and actually how you could use automation when it comes to running your charity. I will, just give you a kind of a overview how it works, and I wanted to make it as practical as I could. So I've made 3 workflows, and I would like to just discuss the whole idea through through the workflows that I've created. So I also want to show you that this is something like, easy to use, and your team, or, like whoever is interested in using automation on your side might actually, figure out how to do that very briefly. And you are just like very, you can implement it quickly, and you're very, you're ready to go really soon, in no time. And then we have this Q&A part and knowledge sharing. So this is something I'm really excited about, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be, like the most important part of this session. Cool. So let us go through it. So why you should use automation? When I was doing the research before today's presentation, I found a great website. This website is called Charity Watch, and it just gives us, or just gave me, because probably you're expert in your field and you know the context really well. But this website, I think that it's great because it just provides you a list of top-rated charities, and in order to be on this list, you need to, of course, make sure that there are a lot of things in place, but they actually focus on two very, very important KPIs, and they just did a great job on basically finding those KPIs and describing them so clearly. So the thing is that you need to have at least 75% of your budget needs to be spent on the program itself. So you need to just make sure that the cost of running the charity is controlled, and actually the more budget you spend on the program, the better it is. So this is a great factor, and it really corresponds with the whole idea of automation, because basically this is what automation is all about. It's about optimizing processes. So you can look at your marketing communication, and you can figure out, alrighty, so are we reducing the cost of running the campaign, and are we saving resources to put more money into the program? So this is great. So definitely this is one of the whys for me. So if you want to increase the amount of money you spend on a program, and if you want to reduce the cost of running campaigns, so automation is definitely something for you. And the second KPI, which is also brilliant, because it's very simple, it's super straightforward, but it totally makes sense. This is the cost to raise 100. Here is dollars. I guess that in your case it might be pounds. In case of charities in Poland, when I'm from, this is going to be Polish zlotys. So no matter the currency, it is still this kind of percentage. So the less the better. Here we have this charity that is doing awesome job, because they spend 4% of a budget. It's they spend 4% to raise $100, zlotys, pounds, whatever, right? Euros. So this is also something that automation might help you with, because you will be able to look at the the communication process. You will see the big picture. You will see the kind of what influences. You will be able to gather information and use this information actually to build connections with your audience and make sense of whatever is happening. Because a long time ago, email marketing was one-way communication, right? So we had a contact list. There was this email list, and boom, we could just send blasts to everyone on this list. So obviously, this one is. It used to be like that, but because of automation, now you have actually you can learn about the people on the list. So it's not only email address, maybe name and email address, but basically you will be able to create full comprehensive profiles of people on your list, and then you will figure out ways to communicate most effectively. So the first thing is about collecting meaningful data, and basically what it means is you will be able to get to know your audience. So this is actually what automation is about. If I were to explain why you should use automation, for example, in the context of email marketing, because this is something I would like to focus on. So automation allows you to get to know your audience better. The second idea here is obviously you save time and resources, so you can reduce the cost to raise money, because there is so much going on, and right now, like digital marketers, oh man, we are doing so many things, and I even like saw that during this transformation period, during this pandemic times. So from the very moment I work like remotely, it just like basically I just do so much more, and I am like more productive, more effective. This is cool, but I also like need this technology support in order to automate some processes in order just to be able to just grasp it, like not to lose my mind. And what is even more important, automation allows you to experiment with new ideas, because very often when we think about like optimizing processes or like reducing costs and increasing revenue, we think about like, okay, we have some system in place, and now let's just work on those like small elements. Let's just like improve the whole process, and let's optimize. But it's also very important to just like even think about some other ideas, some new stuff. So once you have automation in place, you can automate several processes, but you have like free resources and some like free intellectual space, power to just like come up with new ideas to do things. And as a result, you will find optimal ways to spend money on programs, right? So this is it. This is the kind of like the theory behind it. So I came up with like 3 ideas of a workflow. So each of them has a clear goal, because I also wanted to show you that when you think about automation, you basically can look at it through the perspectives of your goals, your marketing campaign goals, and it also like makes it simple actually, because as long as you have the ideas, oh man, it's just like you're good to go. You will have no problems with using automation in your charity. So your main task and your main focus will be actually to come up with ideas, to be clear about your business goals. If you know what to do, you can automate it. Of course, if you have problems with just describing what you want to do, then automation, this is the dangerous, right? Because it's difficult to automate chaos, and we probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, once you are clear about your goals and what you want to achieve, then automation is something you will find really useful. So we have 3 workflows here, representing 3 main goals. One is to get to know your audience, so get this valuable information, build connections via relevant content, because this is why you want to learn more about the people on the list, that you want to send them relevant content, because then the engagement rate will increase massively, because people will open emails, they will click the links. But yeah, the thing is that they need to feel that it's relevant. And then you would like to convert contacts into regular donors, right? So this is like somebody lands on your list because they are interested in your charity and the goals of your charity in a way you want to improve the world and make it a better place. And then you would like them to invite. You would like to invite them to support you, to just help you on a way. So some people will just donate, and very often one of the goals is to actually make them become regular donors. So these are the 3 goals here. So let me just briefly explain how automation works, but we are going to just dive into GetResponse right now, and I want to just to show it to you. Let's use the real life thing. Boom. I hope that you can see my screen. If you could confirm that everything is all right using the chat or the... Oh, thank you, Susie. Thanks so much. Good, nice. So you are able... you can see my dashboard. So this is the main screen in GetResponse. As you can see, okay, this is my testing account, so I only have like 15 contacts. Obviously, all of you who run marketing, you will have like larger lists, so on and so forth. But the cool thing is that you have everything that is crucial, like the most important KPIs are here, and you have this easy access. And then I'm just using the menu here and jumping into automation, because there are a lot of features that are incorporated within the automation tool. But I will just, in order to use the time properly, I will jump in, and here we go. We have 3 workflows. I have created them before, so let's just jump into the one that helps you to get to know your audience. So boom, I click this, and here it is. But no worries, we are going to create it together right now. This is basically the kind of overview. So I will get rid of all the elements just to show you, how easy it is to create a workflow. So the cool thing is that we start with a clear arena. We are in the automation tool. I'm a guy responsible for email marketing communication. Now I would like to show you what it's, how it really works. So I want to get to know my audience. So the thing is that I'm starting the workflow with a kind of, with this element, because we have like 3 different types of elements. We have conditions, we have actions, and we have filters. And those elements, just like Lego blocks, they allow you to unleash your creativity, and you can do whatever comes to your mind. I mean, quite a lot, like, maybe not just absolutely everything, but when it comes to marketing communication, you can do whatever you wish. So the thing is that whenever somebody subscribes to my list, I would like to send them an email. So boom, just immediately, I'm just going to send them a welcome email here, right? So, and I have like created a charity email first. And this email is going to be divided into 3 segments, because for the sake of today's presentation, I wanted to give you like a simple context. So my charity is about helping dogs, cats, and frogs. So this is what I actually, used. I'm sending an email explaining what my charity is all about. And, I just want to use 3 segments of an email to show 3 main projects that I'm running. And now I want to see who is actually interested in particular aspects of my charity, or like particular projects. So I'm using this element, this filter called dynamic segment, because I want to filter out people who clicked on a segment with projects about helping dogs. So here it is. So right now, if anybody subscribes to my list, I'm sending this email. It's divided into 3 different projects, and whenever somebody wants to know more about this project focused on dogs, I can filter them out, and what I can do, I can tag them as well. So I can just make sure that I know that this person is actually interested in helping dogs. So where is it? It's definitely somewhere here. Okay, boom. So right now, as you can see, I was able to send an email, filter out the people who clicked on the segment, informing about the project focused on dogs, and then I can assign a tag that this person is interested in this particular project. It will help me with sending them relevant content later on. What else? Because I had like 3 segments in my email, so I'm just like using another filter here. Okay, and here I want to filter people who are interested in cats and helping cats, and I also want to tag them, right? So what I do, I assign the tag cats to everyone who clicked the segment with project focused on helping cats. But I had 3 segments. So I want to also filter out people who who were interested in helping frogs as well. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to filter them out, and I'm going to assign a tag right now. So boom, assign, select the tag, frogs. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Boom, here you go. Right, and as you can see, this is a very simple workflow that allows you to collect information and tag people based on their interests. So this is the first thing. Now I'm going to save it and exit. And now I want to build connections with people via relevant content. So as you can see, I have created another workflow here, and this workflow actually starts whenever somebody is assigned a tag dogs. So once I figured out that people are interested in particular projects, I can create email marketing communication, because I know in order to keep things simple, I wanted to create this workflow using email marketing. So the thing is that once somebody's assigned the tag dogs, I'm going to wait 2 days. This is also drag and drop. We have this wait element, so you don't send everything at once, right? But you actually, you can decide how many days or even hours, minutes. It all depends, on kind of your ideas for communication. But my idea was to wait 2 days, send them an email. And this email will actually be about I will explain, or I will share some more insights about how we run this project, how we actually help dogs, what they can do to in order to support us, to help us, what can people do in order to be part of my charity, right? Then I wait for a day, and I can do something that is related to this experimentation thing, and actually the kind of providing you with opportunity to come up with different ideas. So I'm going to use a filter. This filter is called, I'm going to also show you how to use it. So I don't want to send one message. I want to test 2 messages, because I want to see, maybe I want to test the copy. Maybe I have a few projects there. I want to see which of these projects actually resonate better with my audience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this splitter filter. So just drag and drop it here, and now I need to decide how to divide my audience. I'm going to go with 50-50 split, because it will give me kind of it's going to be reasonable to just divide the audience into half, and then see which message works best. And now I can basically send email A and email B. And based on that, I will check the results. I will check the engagement rate, so open rates, click-through rates, conversion, and I will be able to just, come up with data-based decisions, what to do next. And basically, it just gives me this kind of overview. Okay, what kind of content is, what kind of content my audience considers relevant, right? Which one works better? Helps me to achieve my results. So this is it, and I'm gonna save and exit here. And the last one, because I'm just it's about converting contacts into regular donors. So let's say that I have a tag here. So this tag is whatever, it might be about dogs, frogs, or cats. It all depends. But I wait 2 days, and then I send a message inviting people to become regular donors, right? And then I can use this element. It is called URL visited, and it's going to be a thank you page that it's after the transaction is complete. And now I can just figure out, okay, if somebody landed on this thank you page, it means that they have become my regular donor. So I can send them one message, with just saying thank you, and then actually, telling them that I will regularly keep them updated. I will show them what we are able to do with the money they provide. And then I have another group. This is this negative path. Let's say, negative. People who haven't visited this thank you page. So you can still, you can still send them some communication. It's going to be slightly different, right? Because you can say that, maybe next month, or you could just get back to them in 2 months, right? So for example, you could use this wait element here, And yeah, if somebody, you know, doesn't want to, we can, for example, wait 30 days. Oh, 300 days, maybe it's too long. But yeah, so we can, you know, send automatically after 30 days some email inviting people once again. Okay, so maybe now, or like, you know, we could just play a bit with the communication flow. We can send them some cool content, explain why actually it's a good idea to support us and to become a regular donor, and boom, here it is. So so yeah, I hope that you can see that actually, you know, this is something easy, because, you know, it works on this like drag and drop basis. And the most important part is actually like you are the most important part, because it is about your ideas. And cool. So now I'm just like moving back, but this is it, guys. This is, you know, right now it's just, I'm super happy to be part of this Q&A and like knowledge sharing part. So I'm actually waiting for your questions.
Amazing. Dziękuję, Irek. Thank you very much.
Oh man, that was so good. Like, you sounded like a Polish person. Dzięki.
I'm cheating. My partner's actually from Wrocław, so.
Oh man, cool. Okay, so now I understand. Now I
have
understand.
a bit of an insight, yeah. So
sure.
Forgive me for trying to impress you there.
Yeah, you did, man. You did.
Cheers. Amazing presentation. Thank you very much. A really quick quick fire run through of the importance of how important, how valuable automation can be. We've got a few questions in just a couple of minutes, so I'm going to fire some at you quite quickly. Irek will be hanging around as well, so if you want to, if I don't get to ask you a question, you can follow up with them in the networking area as well. Quick question. What happens if someone is interested in two things, for example, cats and dogs?
Sure, that's brilliant, because basically, you know, you have more opportunities to invite them to become like regular donors in like these two areas. But from the perspective of the like, you know, automation tool, it's not a problem, because you will have, if you decide, I mean, you just need to create segments, because I think that this is the most, you know, important part, that instead of having like one list full of email addresses and like, you know, not being able to figure out who is who and, you know, who wants what, you can create segments with automation. So you can have segments with people who you know, are like who want to help cats, dogs, frogs, but also you can create segments of people who are interested both, like, you know, with like helping cats and dogs, but they are not willing to help frogs. You know, you can just like mix them in like different configurations. And this is, from the technological point of view, you will be able to communicate and segment as deeply as you wish. It's all about your ideas for like, just.
Yeah, you can basically build any sort of type of funnel that you want, can't you? You could have dogs and cats, cats and frogs, dogs and frogs, frogs and cats, whichever way you want to put it. There's lots of many ways to skin a cat, for lack of a better joke. Sorry, that was terrible.
Oh, that's a good one, actually. But the thing is that, you know, you can also like make sure that through the content, for example, you produce, you can even like convince people who, you know, at the very beginning, they were like reluctant. It's like, I'm not so sure about helping frogs, you know. But then actually, when you explain about the, like, you know, the role of frogs in the whole like ecosystem, and like, you know, that we need them and they need us, and like we're all together in this ecosystem, right? So through this content, you will be able also to like convert or like convince people who were reluctant at first, but then, you know, like boom, they might also like be willing to help you, just or be willing to be a part of your projects.
Yeah, great. And another quick question. I know you showed us the automation tools of GetResponse platform. There's obviously plenty of other tools like MailChimp, HubSpot, all those types of things. A question from Philip is, how does GetResponse compare to the likes of MailChimp, Dot.Digital, that sort of thing?
That's a great question, and I wish I could like explain it, you know, in a few words. But the problem is that I'm actually, you know, GetResponse is at the moment the only tool I really know. So I wouldn't be able to explain, like, you know, the differences between two platforms. So I'm sorry about that. Of course, I'm a bit biased. But the thing is that I think that the main principles stay the same. So I think that what is absolutely crucial is your idea You know, I mean, if you know your goals and if you know the kind of information you want to collect, I think that you could use pretty much any automation platform there is, and you will be able to achieve your goals. So no worries here. I'm pretty sure that, you know, like all the tools, they can help you with running your programs really effectively. But basically, you know, GetResponse is the only tool I'm working with, and this is the only one I know. So I'm sorry, I'm not actually able to compare.
I think you answered it perfectly, to be quite honest, because I think they're all much of a muchness, and you can all do a lot of you know, automated activity on them. It's about learning and understanding exactly what you want to do within those platforms and applying it essentially.
Exactly.
Well, look, thank you very much for your time, Eric. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris.
We've run out of time for now. Eric will be over in the networking area. Go have a chat with them and go and have a chat with each other. We've got 15 minutes before we'll be back for the next session, which is charity branding. Don't forget, you want to chat to people, turn on your camera, turn on your mic. And I'll see you back here in 15 minutes.
Cool. Thanks so much. So happy to be part of it. See ya.
Bye-bye.